There was no need for that. President Trump and his supporters had poll watchers all over the place. The same reason why Brandon got 13 million fewer votes. So President Trump and his allies kept it from being rigged by being proactive and stopping the problem before it began. But remember, only Democrats are allowed to say that an election was stolen or rigged, as long as she gets in on her qualifications. As you recall, Brandon only chose his candidates for vice president because they were women of color. Tim Scott and Ben Carson proved that there is not a problem with melanin, while Kari Lake proves that there is not a problem with chromosomes. All three got in on a meritocracy, not by relying on superficial traits. But the party of DEI hiring cannot conceive of such a notion. Actually, if you take Charlie Kirk's word for it, if we were to use a purely popular vote like the Democrats wanted, cackling Kamala only won 3, arguably 2 states. Either way, President Trump won the popular vote easily. He even nearly flipped counties in New York and California. But cackling Kamala had no long-term shifts in any district. Did he target his enemies last time? He most certainly did not. Will he target his enemies this time? There's no reason to believe that he will. President Trump chose not to prosecute crooked Clinton even though he could have. The Democrats do not have the same degree of couth. Lady Liberty was invited in. Therefore, she cannot and will not be deported. Only the illegals that broke in will be deported. Something tells me that Mr. Deering did not make this same cartoon when Obama was deporting illegals left, right, and center. It is only racist when President Trump does it. Yes, because crying or screaming into a camera, shaving off your hair and swearing off men is exactly the same as pointing out legitimate and well-documented problems in an election, or being led into a building where you are given a tour. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what normal people call a false comparison. Sorry, but Hamas blocked aid from the Red Cross, as you recall, and Hamas launches missiles from schools, playgrounds, and hospitals. Do not blame the ones who act in self-defense, and even drop leaflets warning the civilians to get out. Only blame the terrorists who use their own civilians as shields. This is not just a false comparison. This is a straw man. We saw everything that Brandon did and thus stood by President Trump. That is also why President Trump was nearly able to flip blue counties. Brandon's own actions were the best dad that President Trump could have asked for. I had no idea that Lucy had a habit of being kind to Charlie Brown. That is completely antithetical to her nature. President Trump delivered, but the media does not want you to know that. I hope that it is not different this time and he continues to make America great again.